Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Binky here today and we are still working on Elorea, the Forgotten Words collection, and it has been a joy thus far. So the next one that we're going to be doing is called Gentle Showers. Yes, I know some of you who've been with me from the beginning are like, I missed the drawing. I put them all in a box and pull them out. They'll come again someday soon, don't worry. But these are in collections and I think it works easier that way. So this is Gentle Showers. Very exciting. I do not know this one. There are certain ones that I smelled briefly, and this one I don't really recall. So it'll be new to me as well. So, Gentle Showers, and this was picked by Elle, Noteworthy Best Woody Fragrances of 2023, Elle magazine. So, Gentle Showers is jumpy in Korean, and it will cost $135 for 50 milliliters. There you go. So, Gentle Showers is an olfactive impression of the Korean word jumpy, which means an unexpected rain that allows harvesters to have a moment of rest. That's really cool. I love this. Anyway, the scent awakens the sensation of refreshing raindrops gently hitting a field of greens. Sounds very, very lovely. So the notes are perilla leaf, upcycled bergamot, ginger, petitgrain, clary sage. They really love bergamot. I think all three of them in this collection have had bergamot. So heart, orris, upcycled rosewater, rose, base oak moss, vetiver, labdanum, racinoid. So yes, these are unisex, vegan, small batch. Yes. So they really do love the bergamot, but that's okay because certain brands just tend to do that a little bit more than others. Like I said, a lot of zoologist scents, which we just got through, had incense, a lot of them. So they like bergamot, and that's okay too. So this is what it looks like. You know, it's interesting. I smell the scent slowly coming out of these a little bit more than zoologist did, but let's see. So we do 2 here and 2 here. Ooh, didn't come out. Whoa, that one shot past. Ooh, I know this one's being difficult today. There we go. Now it's all over me. Ooh, okay. I mean, they're great sprayers, maybe too great. Okay. Very green. So what I'm getting immediately is how very, very green this is. It's just, if you're looking for a green scent, this is the green scent of the bunch. Hazy Blue was, you know, had the ozone note. It was very airy. This is very earthy, very green. Yeah, Be By My Side was also very kind of earthy with the ginseng. But, ooh. It is like green. It's not just green. It's like if you're gardening. My grandparents used to like farm. They had a farm, mostly cows. That's a whole story. I don't eat beef to this day. But you would cut things, or even cutting the lawn. It's like that freshly cut greenery, where you're just cutting up grass or gardening. It has that very freshly cut flowers. The green stems. And then what's coming through is there's like a cut of lemon and floral, the rose. So it starts with the big blast of that greenery. And then you get a little bit of almost like a citrus scent, though I don't think there's citrus in here. I'm pretty sure, I ramble off the notes, I don't pay attention. So I'm pretty sure there is no, like, there was almost like a citrusy lemon scent. And so it's like that bright happy note is cutting through the greenery to say hi, you know. And then very underneath is rose. So greenery is the star. Then you have the beautiful, like almost citrusy scent, which, you know, could be the bergamot mixed with the vetiver. Yeah, it's very citrusy. It smells almost like lemon. And that's what I'm finding with Elorea is there's almost like this grounding of the fragrances. So you'll have a high note that's very light, and then you'll have like this middle note that you just have the grounding. So you'll have one of these darker, deeper notes to ground it, one of these higher, like frilly kind of notes that just makes it spin a little, and then a middle one just to kind of pull them together. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's their intention, but that's what I get. It's always like this 3-tier like cake. So yeah, so this one's just really, really lovely. And now it's getting this beautiful spiciness. The greens have dissipated. You have that hum of bergamot and vetiver and this beautiful citrus smell with the rose. Interesting. Yeah, it changed that much already. Actually, out of all of them that I've tried thus far, this one probably morphs the most. And that's very interesting. The greenery is just burp. So it's not there as much. It's kind of moved away. So it's kind of that lemony, rosy, vetiver, bergamot. Very interesting. Yeah, not exactly what I was expecting. So it is kind of like they're saying, like you're harvesting, you're cutting things, and then all of a sudden the rain comes and the greenery scent went away, and it did. It's very strange in a wonderful way. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in an hour to see if Jumpy or gentle rain showers, I think it is, gentle showers. I don't want to give it the wrong name. Gentle showers, if it has morphed a little bit, but this is a really pretty light scent, and I think it would do really well actually this time of year. But let's check back in an hour. Okay, so it's been an hour, and I can definitely still smell it. It's really beautiful in this gorgeous little bubble. I will say, I always say this, Elorea is not known for blasting out a room. That's not the point. It's not to go, hey, I'm going to move seats away from this person. It's not like that. These are very light, non-offensive scents. Not saying that if you're wearing like something that's stronger, I'm just saying these are very gentle. I think these are made for the masses more, to be very appealing. And that's what I mean by it. It's not like something like Sloth or T-Rex from Zoologist, which are like, whoa, okay. You know, these tend to be for everybody. You know what I mean? Those tend to be a little bit more niche. So, yes. So, still definitely here. And let's check the notes. It's definitely not as green as it once was on my chemistry. It's really that perilla leaf coming through, or is it I would say perilla, but that's because I speak Spanish. It's not. I think it's perilla, but it's that beautiful herbal spiciness of the leaf coming through with like a little bit of ginger, so it's become more earthy than green. Yeah. Still getting that bright of the bergamot, so the bergamot is cutting through, but there's that underlying spiciness and that beautiful ginger, so it's spicy and bright. Yeah, it's spicy and bright. Let's try it on the clothing. Interesting. So on the shirt, it's the same thing. It's that brightness. It's that beautiful... It's almost still like that citrusy scent. And I think it's the perilla mixed with the bergamot. It's just very bright. It's very lemony. Interesting. Definitely more bright on clothing than it is on the chemistry. Which it'll work that way. It's very almost like lemony and kind of like medicinal, sort of. Not medicinal, because it's not. That makes it seem like it's not wearable, and it definitely is. It's this brightness, but it's almost like herbal a little bit to me. So you get that ginger, you get that bergamot, you get the brightness of the perilla leaf coming through. It's very interesting. It's not as bright here as it is on my shirt. I feel like my skin just tends to, my chemistry dampens it a bit. It's like I bring it down. You know, get off my lawn. So there you go. It's interesting because it's very opposite from my personality. So I'm like, what's going on? But there you go, chemistry. So yeah, very, very bright, very, very fresh. But the green notes are almost completely gone. So interesting. And this one woodsy scent for Elle magazine, I really don't get woodsy from this. Maybe my interpretation of woodsy is a little bit different, but there you go. That's not what I'm getting. Chemistry. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we are going to check back in 4 hours, and we are going to see where Jembi, or gentle rain shower, gentle showers, has gone. It's easier in Korean than English apparently today. Okay, so it has been about, I would say, 5 hours, right around that point. And gentle showers with Jembi is about here. It stays right in this pocket, actually probably closer. I can smell it if I move around. But this is more a you scent, or a I hug you and you smell me scent. These were never powerhouses to begin with. So these are for people who don't want to make a commotion. You know, and that's okay too. We don't need to make a commotion all the time. So let's see what it smells like on the body chemistry. So something I do want to point out is, as time went on, my body loves those musky scents, and labdanum is in this. And labdanum can be musky, a very warm musky scent for some, and that's what it comes out for me. Yes, it is resin, so it isn't really an animal scent, but it can have animalaic properties to it. And for somebody like me whose chemistry loves animalaic scents, it started coming through about an hour and a half in a lot. And so I could definitely smell that. So it's funny because people ask, what is the best way to learn scents? There's so many different ways to learn notes, but one of them is through trying things where you go, I recognize this note, labdanum. That's how I learned it, is because my body loves it. So it's always that underlying animal scent, because my body loves funky animal scents. So what happens is, on my chemistry, I can smell it. And it adds this kind of earthy, animalaic scent, which doesn't work for me just because it takes out the rest of the other lovely notes. So if I were to wear it again, I probably wouldn't wear it on my skin to avoid that, because labdanum, because of the way that it presents on me, is not my favorite. So I'm getting this citrusy kind of smell, which is probably the perilla leaves with the ginger. So what's happening is that these two things are adding a brightness to it that's cutting through, causing this brightness, which is lovely. I love bright scents, but it's mixed with this kind of like animalaic dirt. And I don't mean like dirty, but like a dirt scent. It's grounded because of that, with that light scent, but I'm not getting that beautiful greenery that I wanted. So let's try it here on the shirt. On the shirt it is different. So I'm definitely not getting that pull of the labdanum, which can be musky. I'm definitely getting that brightness from the ginseng, from the perilla leaves, which can be a little bit medicinal, a little bit minty. You know, there's definitely that citrus note going through with a little bit of green. The rose is not there. At least I'm not getting the rose. The rose has faded, so it's basically like a green citrusy scent that is coming through for me. A green citrus scent, but the labdanum is missing. So that's the way to wear it if you want to avoid that, at least on my nose structure and my chemistry. Chemistry plays a big deal in this. So, you know, if you find it like somebody who does perfumes and their chemistry tends to lean like yours, you'll know what to expect. But for me, yeah, it's definitely different on the shirt than on my chemistry. But that's how it works. So it's very lovely. But again, you're going to want to refresh this every 3 to 4 hours to really bring it back to its optimal scent. But the problem is that it's still never going to go beyond this, which is okay too. We love that. So there you go. So if I were going to rate Jembi or Gentle Showers, I would give this one a 6. And it's not because the scent did anything wrong. You're just like, what? The scent did nothing wrong. My chemistry did. So it's just pulling out that labdanum. And to be honest, we all have certain scents that we absolutely adore. I'm not really a green scent kind of person. And I'm not huge into citrus. So for me, the only real green scent that just is lately making me go wow is from Clue Perfumery, and it's called Morel Map. It is the green scent that changed my life. I have a video on that. It's the ultimate green scent for me at this time. It's just so perfect. It's so perfect. So because of that one, I just have that one on such a high pedestal. These are two different fragrances. That one's more earthy and green. You know, this is more of green, but with the citrus coming through and a little bit of musk. So it's different. They're not even the same components, not even the same fragrance, but I feel I prefer that one just a little bit better for a green scent because it matches what I want more than perhaps this one. So if you really love green scents with a little bit of citrus cutting through or a brightness and a hum of rose, I think you will like this. And that's what I'm finding with these scents is you have a very uplifting up note, and then, like I mentioned earlier, a very grounded note, which is that rose kind of bringing you down back to the basics, saying, hey, it's very upper middle here. And that middle, or that grounding note usually tends to hum in the background a little bit. That was the rose that was dissipated at this point a little bit more. I wish it was there a bit more, but for me, it's gone. But I don't know. I feel like with this one, Hazy Blue, which I love, just was so unique and fresh and beautiful. And I really liked how ginseng played out on Be By My Side, just because you don't get ginseng in a lot of perfumes. With this one, I just feel it's a little bit, you know this scent. This isn't a scent that just is like, whoa. You know, for me, it's not enough to bring it in my collection where I'm like, wow, I don't have this. And it's also not notes that I usually wear. So there you go. So it's a wonderful scent. If you like green, fresh, citrusy scents with a hum of like rose at the beginning, you're going to love this. You're going to like, you're kidding me. This is 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So it just depends what you like. As always, get a sample. You can try these and see if it works for you. But it's a very lovely, light, fresh, beautiful scent. Except for Rami, where that labdanum just comes through because my body loves those notes. So may much better on this shirt. Chemistry. So there you go. That is my review on Gentle Showers. We have one more in the collection of Forgotten Words. So we are almost done with that one, and then we'll move on to one of the other 4. Moving through these quickly. So yes. So if you are done, I will see you next time, but if you would like to hear about a cultural note from when I was in Korea visiting, then we will go to that now, and if not, bye! So if you've stayed for the cultural note, the place that I went, if you want to make a day trip of Suwon, which is what I did, you get up really early, go to Suwon, there is the Folk Museum, and it's outdoors, so plan your day accordingly. It is outdoors. Suwon is going to be outdoors. You can walk around the city a little bit. There's a cute little area near the fortress and near the village that you can walk through. And it's funny because they have like souvenir shops or t-shirt shops. And there'll be places like Paris, you know, these baby doll shirts, t-shirts for girls or for women. And they'll say like Paris, London. And in the window, they had this, Oregon. Because when you think of glorious, glamorous locations, you think of Oregon. Now, I have no problem with Oregon. I know Oregon quite well. I know Oregon very well. I can tell you all about it. But I don't know, even though it's an interesting city and there's beautiful places, gorgeous. I don't know if I would put this as, you know, I don't know if I would wear that. But I saw it and I started laughing because I'm like, Oregon. You know, what? Okay. It's not quite up there with, you know, London and Paris and Tokyo, but that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean Oregon's bad. Oregon is fantastic. But it was just kind of such a strange shirt to see in the middle of Korea. But okay. So, once you get past the shops, you can go into the village, and it's basically, I love these things. When I travel to different countries, I want to see the cultural aspects. You know, I know some of my friends are like, let's go to the bars and party. I'm like, I can party. I live in a major city. I can party all night long. That's not why I'm there. I want to learn the cultural side of the countries and the food, and, you know, and interact with people within the country, go to smaller areas. I didn't get to do that as much when I was in Korea, but I wanted to do this. And so you go there and it's outdoors and you can see like blacksmiths and people making herbal medicines and clothing on site. These people, like real blacksmith, people who've studied this or like it's been part of their life, and they do it in front of you and you can watch these little things. And I think you could probably buy them in gift shops and stuff, and it's just fun. It shows, you know, how they would garden things, how they lived off the land. It's basically a folk museum of how old time Korea worked. And we're not talking like the 50s, 60s, though I'm sure they use some of these techniques there, but this is back in the day. So you can see how it was. And it's just fun. You can have traditional Korean food. It's a little bit more pricey because it is the museum than it would be elsewhere in Korea, but that's okay. You're there. So there you go. The food was pretty good. I feel like it wasn't necessarily quite as amazing as other stalls within the city, but you know, I think they figured people are tourists, they're not going to really know much different. But it's good. It's good. It's just not great. But that being said, the food's very good, you know, a little bit spendy, but you're there for the experience. And I loved it. You know, there's a lot of things you can try. Like here, they have these things that you can lift and you carry, and it was for people to do their deeds. So number 1 and number 2, pee or urination and the other, number 2. So they would pick it up, and the youngest child was in charge of cleaning it out, putting it on their shoulders, walking it out and cleaning those buckets. I was the youngest, still am the youngest, and that I know of. And, so there you go. And that would have been my job. So of course I had to get a picture doing it. I mean, maybe in another life I did. But yeah, so you can interact. They also have fun little shows throughout the day where like they have one that showed a marriage ceremony and the woman comes in a little like box, kind of like a little gift. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, but it was a different time. You know, you can go into it if you fit. I fit. No shoes though. And then, or you could see like a tightrope walker, guy with the tightrope and a fan, and bounces along the rope and does some crazy stuff on that rope. You could check it out on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. Fan dance on tightrope, Korea. Put it in, you'll see some joy. And then they also have like traditional instruments that they would play. And then there's like men who wear the specific hats, and they would twirl their head and it starts twirling around. It's a lot of fun. You get to see traditional Korea in a different way, hands-on. It's wonderful. Then afterwards, what I did was I went to the Suwon Fortress, so I made a full day of it. Get there early, make a full day. I got home around 10. I was exhausted. I walked like 32,000 steps that day. Yeah, it was crazy. My feet were killing me, but it was worth it. It was worth it. And then I had yummy Korean food. So, you know, there you go. It was totally worth it. But yeah, so please go check that out if you're interested in more traditional Korean culture and how it used to be. Make a day of Suwon. I did. Go check out the Oregon shirt. So there you go. So that is cultural note number 3. And with that, my friend, have a fabulous day. Bye.